Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to a new session. So this week, as you all know, we are revising for the upcoming TRB exam. Yesterday, we had our first session, and tomorrow we are back with our second revision session of TRB. All of you liked the session so much yesterday. So today we have brought more questions, we will be doing more revision, and I know all of you will rock your exam, right? So if you are watching our channel for the first time, please subscribe our Vallath YouTube channel. It's a wonderful channel where you will get really good content for your exams. And if you're watching this video right now, then please do like this video, okay? So with that being said, let's start our session tonight. Okay, let me share the screen. The screen is visible to you all. Great. So welcome to our second session of Vallath TRB revision. Are you all ready? Have you all liked the session? Please do. Good evening, welcome. Good evening. Hi. Okay. Let's move on to the first question for tonight. Okay, here we go. Foucault was born in 1926. Is it true or false? Easy question, but important. Because in exams these days, you will see lots of questions in chronology where they will not only test the publication years knowledge, but also they will check if you know the birth years of major authors and theorists. So Foucault was born in 1926. Is it true or false? Foucault, as you all know, is a major theorist. He talked about many important concepts. He wrote many books. Tell me, Foucault was born in 1926. Absolutely correct. True. Foucault was indeed born in 1926. Who was born in 1930? Who was born in 1930? Derrida. Derrida was born in 1930. Okay, right. Next question. Acts of Religion by Dash is a collection of essays exploring faith, philosophy, and politics, using deconstruction to reveal hidden religious dimensions in culture, questioning universal doctrines by focusing on unique events, the desert in the desert, and the once only of singular experiences that resist total translation or capture by grand narratives, urging an open, ethical, let it come towards the other, rather than fixed beliefs. So it's a deconstructionist work on religion, which questions the established assumptions of religion all across the globe. So who wrote this work? Acts of Religion. So by the very fact that it's a deconstructionist work, you can make a wise guess. Tell me. Correct. Correct. Acts of Religion is by? Very good. It is by Derrida. Acts of Religion is by Derrida. Derrida also wrote many other important works like Archive Fever, The Animal That Therefore I Am, Writing and Difference. So, Derrida has written many works. Acts of Religion is one of them. He also wrote works like Circumfession. Circumfession is an autobiographical work by Derrida. Yes. Okay. Next. Raymond Williams's 1967 book of grammatology introduced the majority of ideas influential within deconstruction. True or false? Raymond Williams's of grammatology. Is it true or false? It is obviously false, right? Isn't it false? Because 1967 book of grammatology is by Derrida. It is by Derrida, right? Yes. Okay. I was checking your YouTube live comments. Yes. Guys, please like the session. Why so few likes? Yes, it is false because it is Derrida's 1967 book of grammatology which introduced the majority of ideas influential within deconstruction. Okay, right. Very good. The Death of the Author is a dash essay by Roland Barthes. And Barthes' essay argues against traditional literary criticism's practice of relying on the intentions and biography of an author to definitively explain the ultimate meaning of a text. When was this essay published? Tell me. When was this essay published? Yes, don't worry, we will do more sessions on theory, criticism, cultural studies. Don't worry. We will do lots of questions from theory, criticism, cultural studies, everything. No, no, tell me the year. The essay, The Death of the Author, was published in the year 1967, same year as Derrida's of Grammatology. Okay? The Death of the Author by Barth was published in 1967, same year as Derrida's of Grammatology. Okay? Yes. Okay. So, in case if you are planning that, okay, I will sit for the next exam in next year, you can join our upcoming net online batch. We are starting our new net online batch from this January. So if you're planning that, okay, I will sit for the next net exam, I think this course will be perfect for you. Okay, right. Yes, correct. Right. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Mythologies is divided into two parts, mythologies and myth today, with the first section consisting of a collection of short essays on selected modern myths, and the second section offering an extended analysis of the concept. Each of the mythologies describes a modern cultural phenomena ranging from Einstein's brain to soap powders and detergents, chosen for their status as modern myths and for the meaning that has been conferred upon them. Who wrote this work and when was it published? I hope all of you are paying attention to these textual details, because it doesn't matter which exam you are aiming to crack. Any PSC exam, set exam, or exams like TN, TRB, or whatever, GATE, CUET, PG, NET, textual details will be important. Okay, that's why I'm giving you these textual details. right? Yes. So obviously Mythologies is by Roland Barthes, published in 1957. Mythologies is by Roland Barthes, published in 1957. And this work has two parts: Mythologies and Myth Today. Mythologies, the first section, is a collection of short essays on selected modern myths. And the second section of this book offers an extended analysis of this concept. Okay? Roland Barthes' Mythologies, 1957. It even talks about soap powders and detergents. It talks about the cultural phenomena that these modern myths offers. Modern myths. Okay? Right. Next. The chronotope is a literary concept linking time and space, showing how they fuse into a concrete, meaningful whole in a story, making time thick and space responsive to plot. It's the intrinsic connection of temporal and spatial relationships that gives a genre or text its character, reflecting changing historical worldviews. Who talked about this concept? Who talked about the concept of chronotope? Chronotope talks about the time and space in a novel. Time and space in a novel. It was talked about by Mikhail Bakhtin. Mikhail Bakhtin had talked about chronotope. Mikhail Bakhtin had talked about chronotope. Yes, got it? Mikhail Bakhtin had talked about chronotope. Yes? Right. Let's move on to the next question. I hope all of you have liked the session. Huh, chalo. Yes, Mikhail Bakhtin's chronotope. Next. Derrida's stress describes how meaning in language is not self-contained, but arises from an endless interplay of presence and absence, where every sign carries the mark or trace of other signs that are not present, but whose absence allows the current sign to function. It's a non present, already there-ness that highlights how meaning is always deferred, never fully present, and always built on deference, challenging the idea of pure origin or fixed meaning in a concept known as the metaphysics of presence. Is it true or false? It's a very important concept. It was asked in NET last time. They are asked about Derrida's stress last time in NET. And that's why it is not only important to just know who talked about it, but it's also important to know what is this thing called stress, which Derrida talked about. So it is absolutely true. Derrida's stress, this term, it describes how meaning in language is not self-contained, but it instead arises from an endless interplay of presence and absence. Okay? Yes, correct. Derrida's stress. J. Hillis Miller belonged to which school of criticism? J. Hillis Miller belonged to which school of criticism? Tell me. J. Hillis Miller belonged to which school of criticism? Which school of criticism? J. Hillis Miller belonged to which school of criticism? Batao, batao. Correct. Yes, J. Hillis Miller belonged to Yale School of Criticism. Yale School of Criticism, correct. Yale School of Criticism. Very good. 5 narrative codes: hermeneutic, proeretic, semantic, symbolic, and cultural. These 5 codes or narrative codes break down a text's meaning into layers. The hermeneutic breaks down the mysteries and the puzzles. The proeretic breaks down the actions or events. The semantic breaks down the associations of meanings. The symbolic breaks the themes, and the cultural talks about the external knowledge. And all these codes work together to build intrigue, provide understanding, and create a rich interpretive experience for the reader. Who talked about these 5 narrative codes? Yes, it was Roland Barthes who talked about these 5 narrative codes in his work S bar Z 1990. S bar Z 1990, where he had analyzed Balzac's Saracen. Where he had analyzed Balzac's Saracen. Okay, so Roland Barthes talked about the 5 narrative codes: hermeneutic, proeretic, semantic, symbolic, and cultural. Okay, yes, very good. Roland Barthes had talked about these 5 narrative codes. Next, what is an author? Is one of the most important lectures given at the Société Française de Philosophie on 22nd February 1969. Who delivered the lecture of what is an author? Okay, let me check the year of that work. Okay, I think I think I got confused with the year of some other work. Let me check. Wait. 1970, right? I was thinking about another work when talking about this work. So I said 1990. Yes, 1970, right? Who delivered the lecture, What is an Author? S bar Z is 1970, right? Yes. This lecture was delivered by Foucault. Foucault talked about what is an author. What is an author? Okay. In which work Foucault talked about the concept of the panopticon? In which work Foucault talked about the concept of the panopticon? In which work Foucault talked about the concept of the panopticon? Discipline and Punish. Discipline and Punish. In Discipline and Punish, he talked about the concept of the panopticon. Okay. In Discipline and Punish, he talked about the concept of the panopticon. Okay. Right. Right. Next. Heterotopia, a concept developed by Foucault, refers to real world spaces that are different from and often contradictory to the surrounding social order. They act as counter sites that can be both familiar and alien, holding a unique relationship with other spaces by either inverting, opposing, or representing them. Examples of heterotopias include prisons, libraries, cemeteries, museums, and ships. which all serve to create worlds within worlds by juxtaposing incompatible sites in a single real place. So here we are talking about the concept of heterotopia. Is it a concept of Foucault or not? Is it Foucault's concept? Is it Foucault's? Yes, very good. So are you all following these questions? I have deliberately kept long questions because these days examiners are giving you long, lengthy questions where you have to read a lot. So it's better you practice this reading thing from here itself. And it's important that you do this every day, not just 2 days before the exam, every day. And then it becomes a practice. Then you read long things in much less time. Then you can read long paragraphs in much less time. And that will help you to finish the paper in your exam. If you can read long paragraphs and understand them at one go, it's a very critical skill that you acquire. Right? Yes. Okay. So, heterotopia of Foucault. Okay. Course in General Linguistics is a book compiled by Charles Bailey and Albert Shihai from notes on lectures given by Dash at the University of Geneva between 1906 and 11. Course in General Linguistics is a book compiled by Charles Bailey and Albert Shihai from notes on lectures given by Ferdinand de Saussure at the University of Geneva between 1906 and 11. So please remember, Charles Bailey and Albert Shihai were the compilers of the work Course in General Linguistics. Okay? Yes, published in 1916, correct. Published in 1916. But these lectures were delivered from 1906 to 11. And this work was published in 1916. And this work was compiled by Charles Bailey and Albert Shihai. Yes, correct. Okay. Powers of Horror, an essay on abjection, is a 1980 book by Powers of Horror. My screen is looking clear from Zoom. Is it looking blurred for you all? How? I mean, here I also have my Zoom open from a different account. I can see the screen clearly though. Okay, I will check the internet connection again tomorrow, okay? All right. Yes, Powers of Horror is by Kristeva. Kristeva. Powers of Horror, an essay on abjection, is a work by Kristeva. Oh, it's clean for you? Okay, okay. All right, all right. Okay, okay. Yes, Powers of Horror is a work by Kristeva. Kristeva. Correct. Correct. Kafka, Toward a Minor Literature, is a 1975 work by Kafka, Toward a Minor Literature. Kafka, Toward a Minor Literature. Who wrote this work? Tell me fast. You know this. Kafka, Toward a Minor Literature. If you don't even know this work, don't worry. I will bring long, lengthy, detailed questions from these works. Okay? If you don't know about these works, don't worry at all. I will bring long, lengthy, detailed questions from these works, which will give you a thorough idea about these texts. Okay? Yes. It's a work by Deleuze and Guattari. It's a work by Deleuze and Guattari. Kafka Toward a Minor Literature. It's a 1975 work by Deleuze and Guattari. Deleuze and Guattari. Okay, don't worry at all. I will bring detailed textual questions from these works, which will give you a thorough idea that what these texts are about, why they're so central to postmodernism. This work is a major work from postmodernism, right? Yes. Okay. So that's all for tonight from our side. I hope you guys loved the session, enjoyed the questions, enjoyed answering the questions, enjoyed the discussion. We will do theory, don't worry. We will do theory. Okay, We'll do such sessions on theory, criticism, cultural studies, Indian literature, and everything. Don't worry, okay? Yeah, right. So that's all for tonight. And we're starting our next net online batch from this January. So you can join us. And I will be back again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Guys, please like the session. Okay? And I will see you all again tomorrow at 9. Okay?